And we continue, Baruch Hashem, another 5 minutes of tefillah. We were in the middle of discussing yesterday this idea that Hashem is our personal doctor. As the pasuk says, HaKadosh Baruch Hu is a roifei chol basar. And it's called that Hashem is the roifei chinam. He heals for free. So what exactly does this mean? And furthermore, it says that Hashem is roifei chaylei ama Yisrael. Particularly, Hashem heals Klal Yisrael. And the question is, Hashem heals everyone. What is there something special here about healing Klal Yisrael? So Shimshon Pincus explains, as we began yesterday, that number one, there's this Indian that Hashem is this professor, and the professor walks around saying, I'm your doctor. I have your case. I'm going to take care of you. But Shimshon Pincus explains a bit deeper, is that there's two ways, this is what we started off discussing yesterday, that Hashem could be our doctor. And he says, on one hand, Hashem runs this whole world, and he runs it based on God. And the way that Hashem runs it is, there's different cheshbainos, there's different calculations. Are you worthy of this? Are you not worthy of this? Do your deeds allow you to get this healing? Does it not? But says Shimshon Pincus, but what on the hand that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is the roifei chaylei ama Yisrael? That's like the personal doctor that puts everything aside and says, I have your case. And now that I have your case, I don't care about anything else that's going on in your life. It doesn't make a difference to me whether you're a good person, you're not a good person, whether you did the right thing today, whether you didn't do the right thing today. The bottom line is, I am your personal doctor, and I'm going to take care of you in all scenarios. That's what it means that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is Roifei Yisrael, that whenever we turn to Hashem, He helps us. I apologize. I noticed there's a little bit of lag in the video over here. I'm not sure why. Okay, either way, let's continue. So that's what it means that Hashem is the roifei, particularly of Klal Yisrael. And it says Shimshon Pincus, you see from here that this is where the minhag, calls it, of Klal Yisrael, is that when there's someone sick, what do? We daven. But he asks the question that maybe we've heard or we've thought about, we're even mevatel Torah to daven. But it's a funny thing to understand, because Talmud Torah keneged kulam. So if a schus of Torah is everything, why are we stopping doing that which is everything, and we're going and we're davening? Says Shimshon Pincus, and this is the reason that we've been discussing yesterday and today. And the reason is that there's the normal hishtadlus. The normal hishtadlus is that if someone, God forbid, faints, is someone going to say, open a Gemara and learn? No, call Hatzalah. Why? Because hishtadlus says to call Hatzalah. Go to the doctor. Hishtadlus natural, hishtadlut hativiyot, he calls it, is davening. And therefore, it's even going to push away, at some level, Talmud Torah. Why? Because we're doing the normal avenue of Ishtadlus, and when we combine that with the realization that Hashem is the Roifei Kol Basar, particularly of Klal Yisrael, and Hashem, when we dive into Him, turns to us in a mode of professor, of doctor, that doesn't need anything else, doesn't make a difference if we're fitting, now it makes a lot of sense. And he says this is in reality, all tefillah is a form of Ishtadlus, that the way that we daven is the normal way that Hashem runs the world. And he concludes this section with a little bit of a disclaimer. And he says, now that we realize how real our tefillos are and how every word means so much, utilize them very carefully. And he says that they tell over, it's a medrash. Our Chaim HaKadosh says it actually was a story, that there was a person that was going on the road and he was tired. So he asked from Hashem for a chamar, for a donkey. And the end of the story was that he was captured and he had to carry the donkey of the Romans on his back. Says Shimshon Pincus, what's this medrash teaching us? When you daven, the words are important. He asked for a chamar, he got a chamar. But he didn't get to ride it, he had to carry it. Realize how critical every word of tefillah is. Understand how Hashem is our personal doctor. The teva, the hishtadlus is to daven, and that way elevate our tefillahs, make them more real, make them more particular, ensuring that we're davening in the right manner. And we'll begin a new form of tefillah in the next year tomorrow, b'siyata dishmaya.